Hello my dear students, welcome back to my class. In the series of learning programming in C, in the previous video we have discussed about the dangling pointer. So in today's video we will discuss about one more type of pointer, that is wild pointer. So we have seen what actually this dangling pointer is. Well, in today's video we will understand what is wild pointer. So those who are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you can get the notification of all the new videos. Watch the video till the end. Do not skip the video. And if you like the video, please click on the like button and share the video to all your friends. Wild pointer. So what is this wild pointer? Just to understand in one line, it is an uninitialized pointer. So it is an uninitialized pointer. So it is a type of pointer that has not been initialized to anything, not even null. So for example, we'll just have the pointer variable. So I'll just say int asterisk ptr. Okay. Then what I'll do, I'll simply say printf %d value at the location ptr. Well, we all know that when a pointer variable is created, it will be pointing to some or the other location. So now ptr you have, ptr will be pointing to some free space or some address, some junk location. Now if I say try to point to that, say for example it is pointing to 200. So ptr will be holding 200. Now ptr is pointing to 200. Value at this 200, it is some garbage value. So now the pointer is not initialized. So it is a wild pointer. It is simply pointing to some of the other location and trying to fetch some garbage value, where that location could be accessed by any system programs, which is very dangerous. So trying to access that location is very harmful to the program. So what we need to do, we need to initialize the value, or we have to make it as null. So we have seen what is null pointer. Null pointer means it is a pointer that is pointing to null, in the sense it is not pointing to any location. Or what we can do, we can take some value. So what I can do, I can say asterisk ptr, I say int x equal to 10, I say ptr equal to ampersand of x. So I just say I have the ptr and ptr is pointing to the location of x. So now x is of, if I talk about 16-bit machine, so it is pointing to 2 bytes of memory. So let me say the address is 200 and 201. So now this is what the address of x, and x is 10. ptr equal to ampersand of x means store the address of x to ptr. So now ptr is pointing to the location 200. That is first byte of the x. Now if I say printf %d asterisk ptr, I can say you fetch the value at that location. So now it is not wild pointer. So if it is not initialized to any location, then it acts as wild pointer. So I can simply make it as null, or I can try to initialize, or what I can do, I can try to allocate the memory. That is through dynamic memory allocation. So what we can do is, so I say integer asterisk ptr, I say ptr equal to integer pointer, say malloc function, and allocate the memory for the size of integer type. Now the malloc function allocates a memory for integer type of data. If it is 16-bit machine, 2 bytes of memory will be allocated. I'll typecast to integer pointer and make this pointer to point to that location. So now what happens, say some 2 bytes of memory it is pointing. So the starting first byte is 200. Now ptr is pointing to this location. So now this pointer variable ptr has got a new location. Now through that pointer, I can say asterisk ptr equal to 20. Then if I just say printf percentage d, print the value at the location PTR. So now I say asterisk PTR equal to 20 means PTR is pointing to 200, value at the location 200, you store 20. Now try to print that asterisk PTR means it is going to print 20. Now it is not acting as while pointer. So a while pointer is one which is not initialized to any value. If it is not initialized, an uninitialized pointer is called as a while pointer. So how we can initialize? We can simply assign the value of some variable, or I can assign the memory address through malloc function or calloc function, or I can simply make it as null. This is how a while pointer acts if it is not initialized. So it will simply point to some location and some garbage value will be printed. So how it is going to print some garbage value and how we have to make it to point to some location. Let us see this practically. So here let us understand how this while pointer is going to work. So we have the void main and an integer pointer. Then let us simply try to print the value in asterisk PTR. So asterisk PTR, what it is holding, let us see. I say printf percentage d asterisk PTR. So well, pointer variable is not initialized. So an uninitialized pointer is called as while pointer. Now I'm not initializing any value to the pointer. So it is an uninitialized pointer. But I'm trying to access the value. So when we declare a pointer, the pointer will be pointing to some junk location. And if I try to access the value in that junk location, obviously you will get some junk value. So now the output of this, so let us see the output of this. Save this, Control S, then execute this. See, what is the message? It is saying it is while pointer. So you will find some junk value. See here, some junk value 17744. It is a junk value. So what we need to do? We need to initialize the pointer. So I'll say int x equal to 98. Then I say ptr equal to ampersand of x. Now let us print. So I have the value x. X is having the value 98. I am storing the address of x into ptr. So I have initialized the pointer now. So now what we'll do? We will try to print the value of ptr percentage d. Then I say print ptr first. So when I say print ptr, it is going to print the address of x. Then I'll say asterisk ptr. When I say asterisk ptr, value at that x. So ptr is holding the address of x. Value at the location x means it has to print 98. So let me have the new line so that it gets printed clearly. So Control S, run the program. Look at here. Okay. So it says the address is 642296, the address of x, value at the x is 98. So this is how we can make the pointer to point to some location. So when I initialize the pointer to some address, then it will not act as while pointer. If I don't initialize, then it acts as while pointer. So let us see to allocate the memory through malloc function. So what we'll do, we will have the pointer variable integer ptr and we'll say ptr equal to int asterisk malloc size of integer. So let us allocate the memory for the size of integer through malloc function and typecast to the integer so that the pointer can point to that location. Then I say print that location. So it is going to print that location value. Then I say asterisk ptr equal to some value 785 and then I'm trying to store the value 785 into ptr. Then I'll say print that value asterisk ptr. So save this program, save this content. Now I'll say run this. So it says So what is the location value? It has to print the location value and the value. See, the location is 11998616 and the value is 785. So hope you have understood with this while pointer. So if the pointer is not initialized, it acts as while pointer. That's all for today's video. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.